Is tea there to make you a sweaty, disgusting mess, or to make people not care that you're a sweaty, disgusting mess?
You'll have to ask the English, I don't know. They always drink tea in the summer.
Yes, because they live in England and their summer is our winter. I would also drink tea.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like there's that thing, that conversation where they're always like, no, we drink tea to keep cool because it makes them sweat. And then when the wind blows, it's like refreshing.
Okay, but there's no wind blowing on me now. We're back. How strange is it to be back? It is a year later. We are a year older. I mean, you wouldn't tell with me because I'm just gorgeous. But like, you have gotten to the point. Yet so much so that you are competing against geriatrics at CrossFit.
Yes, I look old, obviously. But we haven't been gone that long. I mean, we were only gone for like a few months. I mean, it felt like a year because we had to recreate a magazine maybe, but...
A life has been led since we were last under this table. I mean, just to catch everybody up, from when we filmed last under this desk until now, we have created a magazine out of nothing.
Thin air. Mean, magic.
Literally thin air.
Yeah. We've
gotten it into people's hands with that same magic. It just appeared.
Mm-hmm.
We survived rage. And we've even brainstormed a new magazine. Because apparently we're just suckers for punishment, right?
No, we were so good at it the first time. We obviously need to do it again, right?
You can't deny our hardcore fans our voices. What will they do without Arielle and Cody in their lives and their homes and on their coffee tables?
Well, that's exactly what we were thinking. So we're going to release a July magazine. Almost say June. It's July, right?
Yes, 1st July it'll be in stores. And I got the best idea. We should probably run it by our editor, but it's objectively the best idea that we should just roll with. Since as you and me are in agreement that everyone only reads the magazine for you and me, because we're the best, we should have a centerfold in the magazine that when you open it as a photo of you and me and no one else on the team. Just you us. And me under the table. It's fan service, really.
And right in the middle, we don't need ads or anything in the middle. Centerfold,
prime location.
We should go get the shoot done, make sure underneath the table's all neat and clean, and just put it in. Just sneak it in there when he sends the thing through to the designer. We can just speak to the designer, actually. Go around him.
Oh, you know what? It's fine. We'll tell Savidis. He's allowed to be under the table as well. He is designing it after all. He can also just be there.
Okay, but he'll be in the middle, so his face gets squanched.
Oh, that would be amazing. But yes, go back. So 1 July.
Yes. And then obviously we'll do another one at the end of the year, but we thought you needed so much more of us that we're going to do at least 2 magazines this year. Should be exciting. Good times. I think it'll be fun. I think people love the magazine, so...
Well, I love the magazine. And I feel like that's where it really shows, because I'm not a little bit of a snob. I'm a lot of a snob. And if I don't love something, I'll hide it away and just, like a secret shame, pretend it's not there. And I've been really proud of this magazine. It's objectively a good magazine.
That's a great magazine. Even though we're in it, objectively, we had a lot of fun making it. It was very cool. It was loads of fun. Good times. It's a very stunning looking book.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that is what gets me. Like, so I've had so many fights with my mother over the year about that. Because my mom constantly buys magazines like it's going out of fashion. But she gets a brand new magazine and 2 minutes later she's done. And then I realized she does not read a word in a magazine. She just buys it to flip through the pages and look at the pretty pictures.
Yeah.
And that has offended me into my soul for years. But yet, our magazine is so beautiful, you could literally do that. You can just buy a copy, flip through it, look at all the beautiful art, and be like, oh, that was worth my money. I feel good.
I mean, please read something.
Yes, but like underneath key articles, it'll say Arielle or it will say Cody. Read the Arielle ones first. And then if you still want to read something, read the Cody ones. And if it has anyone else's name, just flip by. That's just a pretty picture.
Sure, you can do that if you want. Mine are better, but it's fine. We'll go there. We'll go with that. Just for this one. Just for this copy.
Talking about the past year and like great things that we achieved and did, what are some of the best games that you played? Not just because you had to play it for a review or content or whatever, but something that was so good you chose to play it. And no, you cannot pick League of Legends. We all play it, but it is not good.
But why do we keep going back to it? I don't understand.
I don't know.
If it's not a good game, why would we keep going back to it?
I don't know. Punishment? Like, we really hate ourselves and we decide, you know, things have been too good lately. I have been too happy. I like my friends too much. Let me play League with them.
Let me just go and hate every human being that exists.
But okay, League aside, what were some highlights?
So, I mean, from most recent memories, I know I had to do it for a review, but it was really cool to jump back into Mortal Kombat when they released Mortal Kombat 1. That was such a cool... They just hit all the right notes of making an old game feel new, which was perfect to me. I love it when a game can somehow remind you of when you were younger and then still feel new at the same time. So...
Yeah, 100%.
What a Street Fighter 6 also came out, but something about Mortal Kombat just had that little bit of extra something for me.
Finish him.
But like, I agree with you. It's that nostalgic. I think because most of us fell in love with gaming when we were small children.
Yeah.
That whenever a game comes out that reminds you of that time, it just feels like so much deeper because you're like, oh, that's why I love gaming to begin with. Yeah. And like, I also had a game like that this year. I played Sea of Stars. I'm addicted to that game. And that was for me like the old Game Boy RPGs of your childhood, but so beautiful. Like, no imagination when I was a kid could have made the game look as beautiful as it is now. And it still hits that nostalgic, oh, I remember this. But it also belongs to 2023, 2024. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah, they've definitely upped it, which is, I mean, I want to thank like indie game studios for doing that kind of thing. They somehow managed to bring all those old games, well, not old games, but that feeling of nostalgia back to
Do you know what I think it is? Like, it's about the difference between a person and a company. So I think the reason why the NAG magazine really hits as hard as what it does is it's all about people. It is a small team of people who are actually passionate about what they do, who put it together. And with indie game studios, that's exactly the same thing. Nobody starts up an indie game studio with ambitions to retire at 25 and buy a Maserati. Like,
I mean, but maybe
people start up indie game. Yeah, that's the dream and that's the hope, but that's not why. But you start up a AAA game studio for that reason. You want
make
to
money.
make money out of your products. And I think that really makes the difference in that feel that you get from the game.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because I mean, like, when was the last AAA game that you played that had good feeling?
So I am currently head over heels in love with a game. Like, I don't know if you'd actually say AAA, but Alan Wake 2 is just... there are no words. It is perfection as far as I'm concerned. Like, the same feelings of awe and amazement I had as a small child the first time I played Final Fantasy. Like, Final Fantasy was that game for me as a kid that made everything just click. That I was like, I love this. I love everything about this. This is for me. That is what Alan Wake 2 did. Like, I wanted to play it because I was like, ooh, horror game. I couldn't stop playing it because I was like, this is the standard. Every game should be like this. It's great.
Wow. That's awesome. I feel like Alan Wake is a AAA game. I mean, it's enough of a...
Yeah.
It's got a big studio behind it. Yeah. Nice.
But really, like...
That's cool.
The same way that Larian hit Baldur's Gate 3 out of a park and just made this masterpiece, Alan Wake 2 is a masterpiece. It's great. Like...
Wow. Well, I definitely won't be playing that because it's a horror game, so I'll just have to believe you on that one.
Come on, we can make a group night, right? We can make a group night and we'll put all the little lights on and we'll put little like happy teddy bears around you. And
Doesn't
Ashley
help.
can sit and hold your hand.
Nope.
And then we'll play Alan Wake 2.
No, doesn't work. I mean, maybe I can watch. I'll watch you play behind a pillow. I mean, I was talking to someone this morning where I even said, like, The Last of Us is too scary for me. So if you put a real horror game in front of me, it's not going to get anywhere.
I'm currently playing the remaster of Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
And I chose to play it last night on Valentine's Day because I was like, it's such a fun romantic game. What different people we are.
It's a horror game. It's not a romantic game.
It is. It's about relationships and it's cute and it's fuzzy and it gives you the warm tinglies.
Sure. Okay. Maybe like once every 9 hours. No, it's too much. Horror's not for me. But I mean, you know, AAA games and being good or not being good. What are we hoping for from this year? You know, what are we? I mean, even indies. Like, what's
I
on the
made a
radar? What are you
list,
looking
right?
for?
I made a list, and just looking at this list, I feel like we might only have overlap on one game.
Okay.
Because my list is predominantly horror. So for overlap game that I feel like we can both ooh and ah about will be Star Wars Outlaws.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's got to be excited. Even Star Trek fans are excited for that game. So.
True story.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, like Star Wars games have always been good. Like, it's just a franchise that even since the olden days, like people loved their games. Whether it was for you or not for you, people really enjoyed them. But their new games are so much better. They really grew as a franchise and their games are just fun.
Yeah, they're cracking it out of the park. They're giving you the ability to live in the Star Wars galaxy now instead of like living or playing through one of their stories. They're giving you that opportunity to be there yourself, which is quite cool. So hopefully the Outlaws one will be... I mean, it's not exactly Star Wars, right? It's just kind of in the same galaxy.
Yeah.
So
which I think is great for them. Like, I'm not saying we're all tired of the same Star Wars stories, but been there, done that. Like, getting a more open world, I think it's great. It must just not follow the same path of Starfield.
In what way? Open world space game?
No, in that they're so ambitious, the game feels boring because there's not enough content to support the world that's created.
I guess. But I mean, I don't think so, because they have the whole Star Wars like galaxy that's already built for them, so they can stick within the boundaries. At least they don't have to come up with everything, sucking it out of their thumbs, so they should be okay, we hope.
Okay, what's one of yours?
One of mine, I mean, I'll go with this one first. We put it in the magazine already, but I'm very keen to see.
Wukong.
Yes, Wukong.
Knew it.
I'm just keen. I'm like, the artwork and everything, when we were putting it together last year from the magazine and like really just digging into the game, it just looks like it's gonna be awesome, you know?
Yeah.
And they've got a cool story to follow. I mean, everyone knows of the Monkey King. There's been movies and everything about him before, so hopefully with a little bit
League
of
Legends.
See, even League of Legends has a Monkey King. Everyone's got him. But hopefully they can crack it. Like, yeah, it looks a little bit weird too, which is kind of nice. I like it when it's something not normal, you know.
But yeah, it's very beautiful. Like, the feature that you wrote on it in the magazine, just like the concept art that they created for it, is gorgeous. It is a gorgeous game.
Yeah. Well, we hope so. We'll just have to wait for them to release more stuff, because they never release anything until they want to, so we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah.
Hasn't that become like a annoying trend in the video game industry? Like, especially as of late, I feel like the crap games get a lot of marketing shoved behind them. You see every aspect of them, and all of these almost like hidden gems, you're sitting there like, please sir, just a crumb, just one crumb, and they're like, nope, wait till the game releases.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, they released like an announcement trailer 6 years ago, and that's all you don't even know if the game's still in development, and then suddenly bam, released.
Coming now.
And it's an amazing game. Yeah. It was released yesterday, you don't even remember. Yeah, but
can you imagine the only thing more shocking than that? The only thing more shocking is if Beyond Good and Evil were to actually come out this year.
That's not coming out.
Trailers released at the same time. Bam, we're releasing both. Enjoy. But my next one on my list was also in the magazine. It is Alone in the Dark horror game. I don't think I need to tell anybody about Alone in the Dark. I mean, it's been around. It's like horror game staple. It's like Silent Hill, Resident Evil. But it looks really good. It looks great. And I had a little bit of a chuckle today because when I was putting the list together and making sure I had my games and everything, I see the little like write-up to market the game now. Mm-hmm. And so for those who don't know, the whole game basically takes place in an asylum. But clearly, asylum is a triggering word, which they didn't want to use for their marketing. So, as they travel through a home for the mentally fatigued.
Okay.
A home for the mentally fatigued. And I feel like that is how I can explain my house to people. Like, my home is a home for the mentally fatigued.
That sounds like where you live. Yeah, exactly. That's why you love playing all these weird games about mentally fatigued people.
Because it just fits in.
Yeah, you are there already. It's part of your life. That's how it goes.
I mean, I can't even deny it.
No. There you go.
But will you be playing Alone in the Dark?
No, not even together.
Not even together in the dark?
Not even together in the dark. Mm-mm.
What about Alone in the Light? We'll let you play it in daylight, a room full of people, all lights on.
It doesn't help. I can watch you play it, that's fine. You play it and I'll watch you, like...
So you find watching horror
movies?
movies?
The table. Behind a pillow. Yeah.
Is it your
But I
dad?
can't-
Did he do something? Do you have PTSD from your childhood?
I mean,
Because,
he
like,
did
you
used
watched
to,
a
like,
scary
run around on
movie.
all fours in the dark and make that noise, that noise the whole time.
Okay,
It could be that.
I
It could be that.
understand.
Yeah,
It could,
yeah.
probably.
No, but maybe. I don't know. You play it, send me the review, and like I said, I believe you. That's about it. I won't play it.
Don't worry, that's my take on fighting games. Like, I'll read your Mortal Kombat review, I'll be like, sick, I'll recommend this to people. Ain't gonna play it, but I'll trust you.
Sure. I mean, I'm not any good at fighting games, but Mortal Kombat was good. Like, I suppose it's the same thing. Maybe horror games
I'm
are
so
good.
bad at
but
it. No, you know what, it's just, I'm bad at everything in life. Like, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm like not a woman of many talents. Like, I'm really bad at a lot of things. But usually, I have a good enough time doing it that I'll do it regardless of how bad I suck.
Good, just having
Fighting
fun.
and sports games, I'm so bad at that I can't even have a good time doing it. It's just sad. And while I'm doing it, I see how sad it is. And I know how sad it is. It's bad. I'm like, I can't even explain it. I get like basic bitch syndrome. Like, I don't even know which character is mine.
Oh gosh.
Like, we play sports games. I don't even know which team I'm controlling. Like, which of
You
those
pick the
little
colour.
men are mine? I can't. It's the worst. It's a mental block. I suck at it. It's so bad. I can't.
Yeah. Okay, we should have a workshop where, like, you'll play soccer and I'll play Alone in the Dark, and then we'll review games.
We'll
like
train
that.
each other.
But
Okay,
I'm
what
not
is your
any
next
good. I'm
game?
not any good.
Let's
at
not
sport games.
harp. Let's change the topic.
Okay, next game. I'm pretty keen for Stellar Blade, not for the obvious reasons, but
Uh-huh.
I feel like I
Are
feel
you gonna
like
get a poster in your house? Are you gonna be allowed? Your favorite game just up.
it's not my favorite game.
you wanna play
we
it
don't
for the
even know
story?
if it's gonna be good. I want to play.
Does
it for
the game have a
story.
good
It looks like it has a
personality?
good story. No, I want to play it because it looks like, I love the look of the flashy combos. I want to play a game where I can jump in and like almost face roll and pull off some crazy moves, and kill some bosses at the same time. You know, I like the look of the combat in the game, so I'm keen to see if it delivers or not. I'm pretty sure 95% of the people who buy it are going to buy it for the personality though. So yeah, I mean, I suppose the creators are making it like that for a reason.
Fan
So,
service. Anime has survived years just based on that concept.
yeah, exactly. I mean, the developer even said they paid special attention to the rear of the character because that's where that's like the angle you look at most of the time. So
The next one on my list was on the piece you wrote on the Steam Next Fest, which is Harold Halibut.
oh yeah, Harold
And
Halibut.
it's still a horror-esque game. But the thing that really makes me want to play it is the whole game is handmade with claymation.
Oh wow.
And that wins me over. I love that. Any
That's cool.
game or movie that has like a novel approach, especially claymation, I love. I'm sold. It's really appealing for me.
There's this guy, I promise it relates, but there's this guy that I watch on Instagram, and he makes all these crazy little claymation like shorts, but it's very cool because he will show you the breakdown of it. So he'll like position everything and then show you all the photos and everything, and then he plays the whole clip at the end of it. Yeah, with all the edits and everything. That's very cool. It's it's one of those things that you can sit and watch forever.
What I'm hearing is that you have all the tools at your disposal to turn this entire episode from this point on into claymation.
Sorry, you breaking up there. What did you say?
It's fine. We can change the topic.
Internet
But how
connection's
cool would
not
that
good.
be, though? How
That would
cool
be cool.
That be, though?
I'm pretty sure we could probably get AI to do it for us. Maybe.
So those are our favorite games. We went through some of our highlights from last year. Yes, I'm moving on from this topic rapidly.
Yeah.
What
that's
are
okay.
you most
We'll edit
excited about, event-wise or cool-wise? Like, it doesn't have to be events. It can
Cool-wise.
just be anything cool happening this year. Like, what has you excited for the year ahead? Which, by the way, is already almost March. And how did that happen?
Jeez.
I don't understand.
I don't know. Events, like, I don't really know about events because they're always up in the air. Like last year, we lost E3 last year, you know.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going to come from this year? I mean, I know locally we've got Comic-Con coming up soon, which should be cool. Comic-Con Cape Town, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah.
Are you going to go?
Cape
Is
Town's a
that
bit
on
of
your
a far
plans?
walk, but
But you do CrossFit.
we don't go far. We don't run. Like 1K. 1K is too much for us. But I'm keen to go to the local one, see what they've got going there. Hopefully, some cool voice actors coming through. So we'll see. Maybe someone from Arcane. That'll be sick. That'll be cool. Yeah.
That would actually be great, especially because the new season got its release date. That'll be so exciting.
Which is next year, right? Or is it the end of this year?
Yeah.
End of this year?
Beginning next year.
Beginning of next year, yeah. See, that would be perfect timing because I think Comic-Con Joburg is near the end of the year, so
Yeah.
maybe it's like
September,
build up
if I
some
remember
hype.
right.
Yeah. Build up some hype, get some of the Comic-Con, the Arcane voice actors through. That would be very cool.
I
Yeah.
think the thing I'm most excited about this year, and it might sound dumb, but like I'm really excited for our magazine to come out. And I think why? As great as it was to be a part of our first magazine last year, I don't feel like we got to really experience much of that excitement because there was just so much to do. Like, the magazine came out, and before we could be like, oh, that's cool, we were setting up for Rage.
Yeah.
And then we were working Rage. And then afterwards, I wanted that moment to be there. Like, oh, this is great. But then we were dealing with fulfillment. And then it's just like, it's been never ending. Which now we're used to. Because now we're in a routine of that never ending. So I feel like this time, to be able to walk into a store and see it is going to give me that, okay, this is cool. That was a great moment. And that's what I want.
I mean, it was our first one, right? Our first
Yeah.
one, and also like the first one in such a long time. So we had a few speed bumps, but yeah, I think we learned from that. So it'll be very cool to see, to like take all those learnings and just make the next one even more exciting.
We also know what to expect now. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Everything seems easier this time around. It's like anything in life. It gets easier with practice.
Yeah.
When me and Cody were thrown into the magazine, I mean, we'd never done anything like this. And there's a lot of things that, like, our editor, he has worked on previous magazines. There's things that for him is a given. Because been there, done that. And for us, it's like, but what is this? Like, the difference between website news and magazine news. Mind blown, right? He's like, oh, write news stories. I'm like, okay, cool. Write normal news stories. He's like, what is this monstrosity? It's like 5 pages. What is this? This is not news. I'm like, but I don't understand. This is what we do every day. And he's like, no, it must look like this. I look down. I'm like, but that's 2 sentences. Like, what?
Yeah, very
How?
different.
Yeah.
Very different. But I mean, it was very cool to have Reg around to help us with that, which was
100%.
nice. Thanks, Reg. Thanks for helping us through that.
Are we both going to have these really awkward pictures on our Instagram of us just because magazine shelves are really low in shops today? I don't know if you've noticed. So we'll have to get like really low to the ground and like crouch to get the selfie.
Yes, we will. And do one of these.
And there's just some little kid walking next to the trolley of their mom, like shaking their head at us. Like, we're so embarrassing. What are the old people doing now? No ways.
They'll be doing the same thing. They'll be grabbing the magazine, taking selfies. That's how it goes. We're like trendsetters.
Oh! Talking about trendsetters. Okay, this has got nothing to do with gaming, but it has to do with Madam Web happening tonight. I must tell you. You can decide keep this in, don't keep this in, but it's ridiculous. So, last year, while all the magazine stress was going on and everything, Larry and I decided to binge our way through all of The Walking Dead.
Okay.
Seen The Walking Dead before, but never actually finished it. Like, from the first episode to the last episode, we decided this is our thing. It was super great. In the midst of this, we decided we're getting our first dog. And we ended up calling our dog Ezekiel, or Zeke for short, because of the really calm character in The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. No one has liked the name. Everybody's been like, it's so weird. But whatever. So, I write an article yesterday that went up about the Madam Web movie that is coming out now, the latest in the Spider-Verse from Sony. And I read lots of comics, so I was aware of who the main players in the movie was, except for who the villain was. And when I wrote my piece, I was like, okay, this doesn't feel complete because I've explained like the main characters, but there's nothing on the villain. Who is the villain in the movie? Let me go see. The villain is Ezekiel Zeke Smith. I was like, what? I named my dog this super weird name from The Walking Dead. Everybody's like, that's so weird. You never hear that name. When we wrote our dog in at the vet is like, she's never heard of an Ezekiel. What a strange name. Look up the villain, Ezekiel Zeke. I'm like, so weird. So freaking weird.
Your dog's a villain. Is that what you're trying to say?
He is for sure.
Yeah. It makes sense coming from a house of mentally fatigued people. That's where the villains come from. So, makes sense. It all fits in. The puzzle pieces are just like locking in.
But you know, our dogs are cone buddies right now. That is how synced you and me are as co-workers. That our dogs are cone buddies.
Yep, cones at the same time. Shame. Ours has to wear her cone for a few more days. She's allowed to have it off, like, to scratch a bit, but then it goes back on.
No, the worst is, like, my one goes for surgery on Tuesday and then has to wear a cone for 2 weeks. So he's already had a cone. Yeah. And now he has to go for surgery and then the cone again. But it's fine. At this point, I think he just feels like it's a part of his body. Like, I don't even see that he registers he has a cone anymore. It's just how he is now.
Mine still bumps into the walls. She's literally like a walking shovel. She has no idea what she's doing.
No, but it's serious. Like, you get so attached so quickly. It's great.
Yeah,
I think that's the lesson we should leave our viewers with. Get a dog, guys. And if you already have a dog, it's time to get another dog. Because dogs
Extra
are great.
dogs. Yeah, dogs are great. Pets are great. We love pets. Yeah. Send us pictures of your pets.
Ooh, yes. Any pets are welcome.
Any pets. Yeah, we don't mind. Even naked mole rats. We're spiders. All of them. We're good.
If there's a pet that I want. So, Larry is such a loser. All he's ever let me have are rabbits. Which, like, yay, I have house rabbits. But, like, I want more.
House rabbits are cool.
My dream, Cody, has been to have... I want a really big frog. I want, like, those disgusting...
Like a bullfrog.
toads. Those African toads that live in holes and caves and mud and are like giant. Like if it got hungry and you didn't feed it in time, it could eat you. Like it might take a bit of effort, but it could. That is the dream pet. Like I want that more than I want anything. I can't tell you, but it does something to me. I want one so badly.
House of the mentally fatigued.
You know, I was like, no one touch my dog. But I'm also kind of like, ooh, you have a frog? I'll trade you my dog.
For a frog. But then you'll let everyone touch your frog, because that's the thing that you'll be interested in, right? Because people don't want to touch frogs. So you'll just be like, yeah, touch my frog. The whole time. I
obviously.
can see that. Yeah. Obviously,
but you worded it wrong. You're like, you'll let people touch my frog, which makes it sound like other people want to touch my frog. No, I will force you to touch my frog.
True, that's true, yeah.
Entry into the house, you must pet the frog. Pet the frog or you can't come in.
It just sits there like a statue.
And it's going to sit there like for Godfather.
You should dress it up. Yeah.
You want a frog now too. You've never wanted a frog, and I've sold you. I see it.
Maybe, it's possible. Ash doesn't like frogs, so...
Guys, drop us a comment down below. Okay?
Yes.
And in that comment, tell us about your favorite pet, or which games you're looking forward to in the year ahead, or what your favorite games were from last year. We also have... What else do we have? Where can they contact us, Cody?
We have an email.
And remember, you have to know this. But you have to know this because we're going to be a podcast. People are going to only hear our voices. They're not going to see your edits on the screen, Cody.
Oh, God.
Cody's like, this is the worst. You know, this is what you get for never making it rain down for details like I requested last year again and again and again.
You have ridiculous requests. Claymation and raining phone numbers. Like, who's ever seen any of these?
Why do I get nothing that I want?
Hey, you got a dog.
That Larry wanted. And me a little bit.
You see? Now you love it. Now you love it. Okay, ask me again.
Okay. So, guys... Depending on where you're watching this is going to go up on YouTube. We are also going to be posting it as a podcast onto Spotify and Deezer. I'm saying that now, so Cody is forced to actually do it. Mm-hmm. But we also have other places you can get hold of us. If you love our words, you can get hold of us at www.nag.co.za. If you love our words so much that you want to hold it in your hand, maybe sleep with them under your pillow. You can buy our magazine at www.shop.nag.co.za. Oh, I'm so good at this. Okay, what else do we have, Cody?
If you love our words so much that you want to give us some of your words, you can email us at hey@nag.co.za. Or if you don't feel like whipping out your laptop, or for some reason you haven't got your email working on your phone, you can drop us a WhatsApp on 062-834-1919. Look at that. I got it right.
We're so good at our jobs.
We should
get raises.
No, for shaving. Are you telling me I need to shave?
But okay. Thank you so much, everybody. We promise that we will not leave all of you listeners or viewers hanging for another year again. I mean, Cody is so close to the grave at this point. Like, we can't risk it. So we will be back every single week.
Every week. Yep.
Most of the time.
Okay.
Unless we are lazy, busy, sick, have a migraine, have CrossFit.
Or we don't feel like it.
Yeah. But all the other times we'll definitely be there once a week, we promise.
100%.
Bye.
Cool. Bye.
Do we need to film an intro, or are you just going to use something from in the show as an intro? No one wants to be under the table with a sweaty, disgusting mess.